Hey, what's happening? It's Abreli Somutupi. Welcome back on my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be looking at the markets. I understand that on Monday we didn't get time to look at the markets, but I decided that what's a week without looking at the markets, guys? Because like obviously the markets is something that feeds us. So I need you guys to be able to see some of the ways that I look at the markets, and not only that, how you can actually be able to capitalize for the week. I understand that yes, on days such as like Monday, we do able to to see what's happening in the analysis and like being able to focus some of the future movements. But I think it's much more important if you are able to see as well on Wednesday, because at times I'll do some of the Wednesdays recap. But today I decided to just make sure that I actually recap for basically just look at what the week is actually showing us. We can see for today and as well Thursday and Friday, because that's when the market actually has chosen its direction. So hopefully you'll be able to see that, and you'll see some of the trades that we actually did take this week. But not only that, you'll also be able to see some of the movements that we're able to, like, let's say, spot out in terms of, because the market doesn't move on Mondays, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, it does move massively. Even Fridays, but even though Fridays can be a bit more aggressive. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Just remember that today's video is actually sponsored by AAA FX. It's one of the most reliable brokers that are out there. And as well, guys, I wanted to let you guys know and be aware of the fact that Cash is just here with us. Hey, what's happening, Cash? Cash is like literally playing with us. But one of the things that I actually wanted to let you guys know is that we've launched our Unlock the Secrets to Wealth video course series, whereby it doesn't even just come with those videos that we've been able to record, which are the latest videos that we have. But one thing that I love about it is that you are able to actually get access to one of those one-on-one mentorships. I highly believe that they are very valuable, looking at the fact that with the one-on-one mentorships, you're able to consult a mentor whenever you have questions, whenever you feel like you've reached, like you hit a wall, or whenever you just feel like you need some guidance with something specific, you're able to reach out with the mentor. But yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to let you guys know. So I'll just leave the link below, and as well I'll leave the link below as of the broker, where you're able to spot that out, and you can decide if you want to go forward with them or not. What's happening, Cash? Yes, human. Yes, human. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm going to look at the markets now. I'm going to be looking at the markets, and I'll be out here with you shortly. Is it okay? Sure. Boom. Ooh. Safe. Yeah, no, we're good. Can't complain, so let us get straight to it, my brother. Guys, if you've been following my trades for the past week, especially when we've done the market focus, basically, we're looking as well at GBP, JPY. And just by coming here at the charts, I can simply see that it did move as we did say. But not only that, guys, we were able to profit from it. I'm not too sure about you if you've been following these trades that I've been sharing, because we did speak about price coming, retesting here, giving us some third touches or something similar to that, and then going back upwards. So we kept on just buying here. And yeah, here it went down. We just waited for it to retreat somewhere around here. Then went a bit more to the upside with it. So you can see that it broke above here, went up, retested somewhere here, and then it still continued going up. So someone would be like, oh, this is like it already went up. There's no more opportunity to the upside. Doesn't happen that way, guys. If the market is moving up, there's a higher chance that we can still see price pushing basically all the way to the upside. Or what can happen is that maybe price can just start to retrace, or maybe give us something like a correction, just a deeper correction, and then boom, continue going all the way to the upside. But how do we go about catching those trades? So what I'll do is that I'll just be extending this right here. So far I can see, yes, it did break out, it did retest here, which makes perfect sense. That's what I was expecting, what we did speak about. Obviously our take profit would be somewhere here, so we didn't yet reach our take profit somewhere around these levels here. We did retest here. So let me just come to the 60-minute time frame, which is the 1 hour, and looking at it here. So what I'll do is that I'll just be taking price all the way from here, second most recent touches, which is this higher low and this higher low. And what I'm seeing here is that we've got so far these mini rejections here. So I can as well just add up with these support areas here. So what I'm saying is that as soon as price gets here, I can either buy, or as soon as I get some confirmations from where it's at, because so far I can see that it doesn't have to get all the way here for me to confirm these buyers. What can happen is that it can still confirm just by touching here. So that is safe already. So let me just come to the 15-minute and see what prices say on the 15. So on the 15-minute, yes, we broke higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Then we did just retest somewhere around here. So basically what I'm seeing is that we've got so far the first touch, the second touch. So this is like our first support. We've got our first touch and then our second touch is here. So this could literally just be meaning that price is ready to go up any moment from now. So one thing that I'm looking at here is that because of this beautiful hammer here, on my side, I believe that GBP JPY is ready for price to just go up. Maybe you can have a stop loss which is somewhere here, or you can be a bit more safe with it, put it somewhere below here. And obviously with take profits, you can simply see we've got this area right here, which is our next take profit. But for our first take profit, you can see that it's not really giving us a good risk compared to reward, which is here. It's not really promising anything, but going all the way here, yes, 6.6%, which is okay for us to be able to have 1B risk in order of us to be able to make 6 back. But with this being said, so far I can understand that yes, price can as well just give us the deeper correction, which maybe can take us out. Like let's say something similar to this, maybe this, whether it takes us out or it doesn't, but something, and then it goes all the way to the upside, which is something that can happen. But with GBP JPY, I do not see price going any way below where it's at now. If it does happen is when price happens to break, come back, retest, that's when I'll look for a sell to go maybe up until somewhere here with that. I'm not looking for that long-term sell because on the momentum basis, we're actually going to the upside, which is one of the best things that we're speaking about in our new course program, because we are showing down all these levels on how important they are. And one thing that I love is that we've updated all the information. So all the information that I knew from 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, all these years that I've been learning, I've been able to put them up into a simple step-by-step process whereby you'd be able to just see that through. So obviously I'll just leave the link in the description whereby you'll check it out. But secondly here, you can see now on US 100. So one thing that I like about this is that, let me just come off first from the 4 hour. Why I'm doing this is because I want you guys to be able to see what's going to happen for the next 2 days, like Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, just so we do not see like, all those future movements for what's happening next week, because next week we are as well going to be having another we're going to be having another market forecast which will be updated. So far, with my understanding, this is the 90% rule which we have hit right here. But obviously this is an area of support right here, and price has retested this area of support. So with my understanding, I think there could be a higher chance that price can start going all the way to the upside. There's a high chance that we can start capitalizing from all those buys. We just have to look at how can we do that. So I'm going all the way to the 60-minute, and I'm just going to update this. So yeah, we did benefit from these. We did get these buys and all those. But just by updating, I'll just take this, put it here. So one thing that I love about what I'm doing now is that I'm showing you guys how I actually get to, basically just do my pattern separation, just so I can focus more on what's happening now instead of what happened in the previous week. So here, obviously, I've got this first touch, second touch, third touch, confirmed. It went a bit more to the upside. And as well, here, I'll just put it here, take this up, and then I'll just have this up. And looking at even my previous video where we were speaking about the 3 most profitable patterns, you can see that this pattern is actually a symmetrical pattern, which means that here we are going to be going to the upside. So there could be a chance that, like, let's say now, for instance, I have this area be a zone because here it tested at support, tested here support, as support, it broke out, resistance, went down, came back. I thought maybe it was going to retest, go back down, but it actually played a bit more. It broke to the upside, and then now it's playing here. So the only way that I can be a bit more safe with this is once it actually does break above this level right here, once it breaks above at least here, when a candle closes above, let's say 12056.4, that's when I'm more likely to do what? To place my buy with that candle close. Let's say candle close, place my buy, and maybe I'll have my stop loss just be below here. And my first take profit already, you can simply see here at these levels that I'm looking at a 4.3%. And one thing that I love is that it's not only just going to give me this, there's a higher chance that price is going to continue going to the second target, which is here at 12%, and overall all the way up to here, which is over 17%. You guys can see, I'm not just making that up, you guys can see the 17%. And going back to the US 30, let us take a look at what's happening here on US 30. So what I'll do is that I'll start off first as well with the 4-hour chart. Remember guys, we did benefit, like even yesterday I shared some of the trades on US 100. I actually shared some buy trades here on US 100, and we secured some profitable trades. I think we took 3 trades, 2 were losers and 2 were wins and 1 was a loser. But we took a buy somewhere here, and then we took a buy somewhere here. It went a bit more up with us. We capitalized before it went down here, and then when it was still somewhere around, no, I took a buy here. Yes, it went up, went out, because I wanted to take profit here, but it went out when I started seeing price move like this. Then when price was here, I took another buy. Stop loss was below here, and price went down, nearly took me out of stop loss, but it started pushing upwards, then boom, all the way. My take profit was actually here at this level. But as soon as I saw this candlestick doing this, I was like, you know what, let me just be out of this trade before anything bad happens to me. And now looking at it, obviously now this area, just by having this be drawn, I can see first touch, second touch here, third touch. I even got a double bottom. Remember, double bottoms are one of the most profitable patterns that we have out there. With these double bottoms, it also confirmed with this engulfing candlestick followed by it right here. So what I do is that I'm more likely to just place my buy stop here, so that I can have my stop loss here be a minimum, or I can have it just below here to be on the safest side. And my take profit, obviously I'm looking at the 60-minute because I'm trying to hold more on this trade. I'm more likely to just push this up at least somewhere up until here being our first take profit 5%, 5.3%, and our second take profit would be somewhere around these levels here, which is now looking at a 10%. So these are just the 2 take profits that I'm looking at on US 30, but on US 100 it's actually going to be scaled up until there was 17%. But even if it doesn't go all the way up to here, take profit here is already giving us more than 6%, which is dope. And here with GBP JPY, we are going to be at least taking this buyers, because I can see just that there's been rejections to the upside and to the downside. So we are now in that corrective phase. So it's very hard of you to be able to stay connected to that corrective phase, because most people, they can buy, and maybe because it's corrective, it's going up and down, it hits that stop loss and they'll be like, I give up. Whereby people like us, we know for sure that we are going to be placing another buy, because we know that if it's a corrective phase, we're trying to catch that next impulsive movement, because the most important thing is understanding how the market moves, the nature's theory, which is the impulsive phase, the correction, and as well followed by the impulsive phase. So once you're able to catch the next impulsive phase, and by catching it, you catch it via the trades that are already running, or the corrective phase that you're already in order of you to be able to spot whether you are going to be continuing to the upside or to the downside. Let's say for instance here, coming here 15 minutes, if this correction is giving me continuation patterns, obviously it means that we are going to be going all the way to the upside. And this year I can already see that, yes, someone can say that maybe it's a double top, but for me, understanding how the market moves, I'm more likely to look for buys because of also the momentum that price has been building from the initial, from where it's been coming from. So normally one thing that I would see is that most people would be thinking that when the market does get to be in a corrective phase and it takes them out, they get to basically just lose that momentum of trying to get that re-entry, on which it shouldn't be that way. As soon as you see that the market took you out, one thing you should be doing is that you should be focusing more on what can I do in order to refine my entries, just so when it does continue to move in my direction, I'm able to actually be in the trade. So at least you don't try to join the trade or hop on the trade when it's already late, which most people will be caught up in fear of missing out. You'd see that you'd analyze a trade, have it already, and like maybe if you take a stop loss and you don't get back on the trade, find out that let's say a day later or a few hours later, it moved in your direction, and you're like, oh, I saw this trade, my analysis is right, but I lose trades. It's just because of that one simple trick that we need to change. And that's something that we actually are focusing more on in this new course, tweaking that 1% that's going to help you be able to stay long in the markets, and not just teaching you, what you can learn on trading, because literally my YouTube channel focuses more on that. You do not even need to pay anything in order to learn how to trade. But if you want to learn some of the right methods in order of you to be able to continue adjusting the 1% mistake that most people are making, and what you can do in order to just refine it and scale. Let's say if you're making 5%, 2%, or 3% a month, what you can do in order to just increase those percentages by 2%, 3%, and what you can do in order to just stop yourself from blowing accounts and just being able to stay long in the markets. That's one thing that is going to be helping you out on.